Ah, there we go. We're recording now.
Great. Cut this intro a bit out, I guess.
There we go.
Alright, so I'm Brennan, this is Jason from Statgrass fame, and today we are unboxing Kingdom Death at last. It's finally here after 3 years of waiting. I am so excited to get started, so
should we show the
let's
back of
get
the box?
to it. We definitely should when we're done. Let's be honest here, I don't feel like flipping over this gargantuan thing just yet. It has some lovely art for those of you who are interested. And look at that. Build.kingdomdeath.com. Miniature assembly.
By the way, this has mature content in it, so avert your eyes if you're offended by bubs.
Bubs, yeah. Or you're a child.
Open this?
Yes, we can actually. We can in fact open this. This is where all the miniatures are. Yeah, and
Should
of
we
course.
do miniatures or cards first?
Let's do miniatures first. I mean, let's be real here. We're all here for the plastic crack. So let's get to it. There we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Where do we begin? Okay. All right. Fantastic. Looks like we have all the survivors here. The armor sets, the creatures. Is there anything underneath?
One gigantic bag, pretty much, in this nice flat box.
Got it. All right. So we're gonna do the tape here. At least I think this is. Yeah, this is packing tape. Gotta be careful with it. Oh my God. So much stuff. Trying to make sure the sprues are in okay condition. So we have our bases, of course. Good way to start.
And then, well, I guess we could do dessert first. This is one of the bosses. The Phoenix?
Yes, correct.
Right?
The Phoenix, yes. So one of the later game ones, I keep hearing killing the Phoenix a certain way restarts the game in sort of a new game plus mode. I can't confirm it. Naturally, we haven't played it yet. We're opening the box. So this looks like, this appears to be bits of the Watcher, from what I can tell. The last boss of the game.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Whatever.
Great, no worries.
We'll see.
And I'll pass these. I guess I could pass these off to you to show the camera. You're more experienced with this than I am.
This is one of the survivor sprues. Should probably just use this thing. This is one of the survivor sprues. So it has all the parts for what, 4 survivors plus all of their doodads.
Correct.
So they have legs here with what, skirts and
just headpieces. This is just the stock survivor sprue. Yeah. So we just have everyone. This is the unarmored sprue set, and I believe the starter sprue set's floating around right now. But I believe these are just the generic starter villagers.
Are those tentacles? Oh no, that's hair.
That's in fact hair, not tentacles, as much as my colleague wants to believe that's the case. This is the White Lion sprue, and this is the armor set you get for killing the White Lion and harvesting its bits to make stuff. And we
got bows, spears, a harp,
punching spikes, a harp, variety of spears. Armor sets for days, male and female variants, of course. I believe there's another sprue of it somewhere, but we're only going to do unique ones right now.
What's this one? Is that a
this is the antelope, the screaming antelope armor set.
Oh man, that is the stuff of nightmares. The antelope.
That creature is apparently the worst, and apparently extremely lethal, and comes very close to the butcher from what I understand.
This is the sprue that has the survivors' lanterns.
Yes.
Can it somehow try and see that? Well, yeah. Here's the arms with the lanterns.
I would like to believe these are more lion sprues, I think. They got great swords on this one now.
For those of you who like swords.
Could be.
I think we all like swords.
We have Kingsman weapons as well, so it's quite possible that this is the sprue that contains some of their bits.
Yeah. Well, there's a white lion shield.
Ah, there we go.
It might be a white lion, or it could be the king's logo or whatever.
Kingsman?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Oh wait, this is the Phoenix. These are bits of the Phoenix armor set. You got the katana.
These guys' legs are so gigantic.
Oh
I'm
man,
not
look how
used to
toned
this.
they are. So good. We got our lovely katanas along here, and a collection of axes, male and female legs, respectively. And I believe those are, yes, shields on the back, very Spartan-esque.
Are these horns or sheaths?
Those are sheaths.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, for the accompanying katanas. All right,
So label.
Yeah, flaunting our weeaboo pride
Oh,
today.
hey, these guys, there's helmets on these ones.
Yes. So the Romanesque ones come from the Phoenix set for sure, and looks to be just more arm and leg bits belonging to the Phoenix set, and accessories.
Let's do the antelope.
Here we go.
Another
The
sprue
screaming
from the
antelope sprue itself, and all of its unholy
man.
evil.
If you look at the belly here,
It's just one half of the screaming part.
Yeah, colossal mouth that consumes those that are unwary.
Oh man, you got the inside of a rib cage.
Yeah, so you know it's good.
Or a mouth.
Or most likely both. Most likely both. And it looks like there's a human,
Yeah, there's a
human sprue. I'm not entirely sure what that belongs to.
Survivor. She's not screaming, so she's probably not getting eaten by the antelope.
That's always good news. That's definitely always good news. Not dying. I think she might actually be one of the 4 starter survivors. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll discover more as we go along. So we'll try this sprue next. If you just align that there for me, thanks. So this looks like bits of the lantern set at the very end of the game. Not entirely sure if that is the case.
We got different kinds of great swords,
Oh
right?
god, it's all tied up in bandages. And when my weeaboo is screaming
All
from
these
within.
swords and is that a whip? Got
Looks to be a
whips.
whip, yeah. A shield of some sort. It's got a very interesting engraving. I'm not sure which creature drops that, but it seems to be often enough that it has multiple shields.
Ooh, more white lion.
Looks like, yeah, the white lion. And, oh, fantastic. We have 3 of our starting survivors right now on this sprue. By the looks of it.
Face.
And is that the butcher? I'm not sure.
Um,
Probably not.
I have absolutely no idea.
Hmm.
It is
Well,
armored.
Definitely figure the axes. Definitely might be
Nope,
butcher stuff.
It is probably butcher then. But is
Yeah,
very-
there's his cloak. There's his cloak of skulls and lanterns. So it looks like the butcher is partway on the sprue in any case.
definitely not Warrior of Chaos.
Unfortunately. Oh man, can you imagine if they're all at that scale? Oh my god.
This one.
Alright, so are we all lined up? Stick great, great. Okay. So what do we have here? I think we need to have it on the other side. This might be the basic leather set that you get at the very beginning of the game. Not much to say there. They got picks, they got whips, they got axes, they got the whole 9 yards.
And they even have hands.
Oh, whoa, man, that's pretty advanced. You don't get hands until you're at least level 20. Before that, you're just
stubs.
stubs, man. It's hardcore.
More shields.
Yes, more shields.
We're going to need those shields.
I have a feeling that might be a good idea to have.
Is this screaming antelope stuff?
It might be. And Antelope has a full armor set of stuff, so I believe it is. It's Rawhide, I think that set belongs to. I'm not entirely sure. The cool thing about Kingdom Death is that when you first open the box, you don't even need to read through the rules of the game. You just open the first page. It tells you only the things you need to know right now. It tells you which models you need to build, and you step right into it. It will teach you more rules and allow you to build more creatures as the game goes on. So it's a very hand-holdy, self-teaching sort of game in the beginning.
And then it turns into a slaughter fest. Oh, this is the smallest sprue.
Spoiler alert. Oh, this is the tiniest sprue. I believe this might be Kingsman. Yes,
Single Kingsman with an axe.
the one Kingsman. Fair enough. And that appears to be the second bit of the Phoenix, the biggest model in the
man.
box by a long shot.
Very high quality stuff here.
Yeah, definitely good stuff on
So
the plastic
much
sprue.
detail, so much detail on these.
Yeah.
Hopefully the camera can focus on these, but every feather, every little feather follicle thing is being sculpted on pretty much.
Yeah.
It's gonna look so awesome painted. It's good, good quality resin too. Not just any Joe Schmo plastic either.
Damn. Those are fighting words. Okay, we got a variety of heads and hands here.
Yep. The
That
final
would look like on
sprue
the
in
other
our
side.
box, I believe. Yep.
There's more heads and hands for the survivors from varying armor sets.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for now for our sprues. Is everything taken care of and put away?
Yep.
Okay,
This is
looks
going to
good.
be awesome to magnetize, by the way.
Hopefully
Awesome as
if
in
we can
very
get it magnetized.
time-consuming.
Extremely time consuming, but worth it. Oh, so worth it. So we're gonna put this away for now.
Back
And-
to the stuff.
Just needs to refocus. There we
There we
go.
go.
Great. So first things first, we have our settlement slider by the looks of it. Fantastic. So I once again haven't played the game, just read a little bit about it, but this is the hunting track for sure. This is where you hunt down the creatures. We are showing it upside down, so we're just going to flip it very quickly. And this is what survivors need to go through to track down their prey. As you can see,
Okay.
As you can see, we have a start here, and overwhelming darkness happens. I'm not entirely sure what this means. I'm familiar on the basic rules of the chase. I don't know what this means. We have starvation down here, so clearly you take too long and members of your tribe die off. It's very ornate, very beautiful. On the other side, it appears we have the steps within the settlement phase, either as a reference or. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. I've never seen this before. But it appears to
Set
be
up, survivors return, gain endeavors, draw settlement event, update death count,
very important. We spent a lot of time on that one.
update timeline, develop.
Interesting.
So you got
As
the
we go on to
phases
the
of
other
the
side. Looks like we've got 4 principles. Settlement locations go below the track, innovations above. There's an innovation deck. Then we
draw
have
from that to make technological advancements.
Yes, and the thing is, outside of the language card at the very beginning, it's random beyond the first card. So how your civilization plays out will be different every
And
time.
then number 8 is prepared to
From what we
party
understand.
survivors.
Yeah,
Record and archive
Resources.
Resources? Yeah.
yeah, and settlement phase. This is when you're back out on the hunt.
Okay. Looking forward to that.
Very nice. Oh, look at that. This is our creature tracker. Here we go. Has everything set up. It's just black on the back, by the way. Solid pitch
It feels
black.
nice. It feels nice.
It feels really nice. Not to
this is-
caress this too much in front of the camera. That's for later, obviously. We have an AI deck set up here. HL. Hunt. I believe this is the hunt deck.
Hit location?
Hit location, right. Hey, maybe that works too. That's how L's work. Okay. And then, of course, the respective discard areas. Basic action, a wound stack, which would be your discard pile. Various tokens, and then various passive abilities, I'm assuming the creature gets over time.
All these trait mood little piles here.
And now we got tokens. Here we go.
Tokens for days, by the way.
Tokens for days. So we're going to go through these ones first. Are we all lined up? Lovely. Okay. Fantastic. So we have, if you could hold the other side for me, please. This is quite a large token sheet. We have red lanterns, blue lanterns, green lanterns, gray lanterns, all in different colors. Most likely wound tokens along here, these blood drops. And what you can barely make out here, I'm sure, on the camera, but there's art here that with black overlay. That these are apparently, I guess, status effect markers. Yeah, status effect
Yeah, it
markers.
seems like it. Well, there's 1 accuracy, movement,
That's
strength.
-1 accuracy,
-1, all
-1
those
strength.
Lots of minuses.
Lots of minus. These are the negative tokens. I'm assuming this is insanity or brain damage related. That would explain a lot. Flipping it over. Interesting.
It's the
plus one
versions.
The plus versions.
Okay.
There we go.
That's
it's not
where
that bad. So the white overlay apparently is the same art, but I believe it's the same art. Yes, it's the precise same art, just plus one bonus instead of a minus one penalty. The lanterns over here have gone out. They are dark, so that might indicate something to do with how the days of the year pass. More insanity tokens, more wound tokens. And that is the token sheet.
Number one.
One of several.
And this one
Appears to be the terrain board.
Oh, maybe that is the one thing, and then this.
Jesus,
is the terrain
what in the
tokens.
world is that? That is. Oh. what God's green earth? It's sweet.
It's the Binding of Isaac. #realism.
Oh God.
Which one's this one?
If the player targets their survivor.
Monster controller. Oh man.
Perhaps you gain control of the monster. You gain like mind control abilities later on.
I hope so.
Ooh, that'd be fun. We have a variety of terrain features. This is important to certain encounters, and certain bosses get benefits for being near it. I'm sure some of these mean a lot to certain encounters.
Especially the dead Binding of dead baby Isaac.
Your dead baby, freaking! Oh man, those are hairy legs. Limp ass dead dick.
You got like totems and stuff up here, and it's just black on the other
Black
side.
on the other side.
Faces, of course.
Naturally. And I think we're at the board itself. Oh my god. Oh, this feels my friends.
Oh,
this is
gigantic.
wonderful. This is ginormous. We'll do a full pan of this. Look at that. Look at that flyby. All right.
Into the
and then there's a third piece here. It's quite large.
Yeah,
And,
we've seen this on like a showcase video from Gen Con, and this is much bigger than what we thought.
A lot bigger and really high quality. It's full black on the back. If you'll notice, there is number codings along the top end. So just like a chessboard or a checkers board would have numbers along the top here. Hard to see on the camera. And then along the sides, they have it by letters. So you can, like, for example, A16 is a thing, just like you would for chess, in case you need to, I guess, specify certain area abilities. You think that'd be how that works?
Yeah, that's probably.
We have a variety of card slots down here, too. It's hard to see on the camera because it's currently off camera. We'll bring it over. We have some slots here for cards. We're not entirely sure what they are. Most likely the case, they're environmental cards or location cards. We'll figure it out as we go along, of course. Put the board away for now. Trying not to crush our lovely plastics, so we're trying to keep everything clean as we go along.
Alright, cards.
Now the colossal amount of cards. Oh my god.
Hey, we have a notepad with all the stats, survivor, and as you can see, there is a reason why you have a lot of pages.
Because you're going to go through a few.
Go through a lot. Yeah, so you got like your standard role-playing stats. You got your male, females, your survivor, with picture, I'm assuming. Movement, head, arms, was equipped. Fighting arts, disorders, abilities and impairments, I mean. So yeah, all this to
There's an
make
age
up your-
XP up here too. I think you actually get retired if you've been around for too long.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it does say that.
That's
Retired.
cool.
That's cool. Too old. Too old for this.
I've done enough. Please don't send me out. So what we have right here, perhaps it's harder to see. Fantastic. This is the Survivor Act chart. So basically what we have here is a collection of rules for how survivors can behave during their turn. So they got a variety of actions here, such as movement speed and how to use your actions, how to do unarmed combat. And the black bit here is a grid. You can very faintly see the grid, but it's a 3x3 grid, and it's for your equipment cards. equipment cards, when laid out next to certain like other equipment cards, they form together to make more powerful effects. So how you lay out your equipment cards actually gives you more bonuses to do more things. And so it's a bit of a mini game within the game itself. Settlement cards, I think? What are those?
Yes, these are settlement events. It has the awesome logo. Sort of. It's a survival motif or a kingdom death kind of design for their saying settlement event. And then you have this art here.
That's the first day. And that's pretty much how to set up your settlement on the first day. Everything beyond that can be droughts to plagues to, you know, the butcher showing up at your camp and messing people up. So try to avoid those other events. Dice, naturally.
Dice.
You have so many dice.
Lots of D10s and some D6s here and there.
The D6 appear to be hit locations and is important for damage. The white dice I'm not entirely sure about. It's probably special for some reason. Here we go. We got armor sets. Hard to see. It just says in the top right hand corner, armor sets. Otherwise it's black on both sides. Later on we'll probably undo these and go through them if we feel like it. But right now, that's just what they are. What do you have there, Jason?
Barber surgeon.
Interesting. It has its own deck.
What is it?
Apparently this. Apparently whatever the heck
Oh.
this is. That's these are the shops. These are the settlement things you can add to your settlement and buy things.
It's a shop.
Whatever the
Shopping.
barber surgeon is. Oh, fantastic. Oh, this is good. So here we have an equipment deck. All gear comes in these very small cards that can fit onto the 9x9 grid, so the 3x3 grid. Hard to tell from the camera right now. It's focusing on the back. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Jason, for the black background. But it's really good. It's got the emblem on the back, the Kingdom Death emblem, and then of course it has starting gear. On the back we have a white lion item equipment card. We simply have more of that here, just more gear. All of this is more gear, more loot.
This is Secret Fighting Arts deck.
It's actually several decks stacked together because you've got a few different card styles. You can see the different colors of the cards in there, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few other things in there that we're not familiar with.
Pronounce that.
Let's see. Acanthus plants. So herbology is in here as well because why not? Why not? Why not? AI cards. There we go.
This one has the phoenix on it. Bazaka, more fighting art cards. Several decks in here, I think. We got the Screaming Antelope right here.
Ooh, that's horrifying. We have certain other events and other fighting styles in this deck. The other AI cards are almost certainly in there. Just pressed together to save space. We're just going to put the board away. That is our
Coveted rule book.
heavy. Now this rule book is really big.
How? Look how thick that thing is.
It is colossally thick. And has some harder art in the back, actually.
Hold this.
Edit that out. I'll continue in the post so it's ready. Okay. Back to work. Alright, so on the back we actually have a notepad of your settlement. We have settlement notes such as, what do we got here? The survival limit, a timeline of your society, so what's been happening within your society, your settlement names, sort of a calendar based on how the story is progressing, your personal principles within the society, quarries, nemesis monsters, death count, which is of course important. And I believe you also have records of who you've killed. Yes, on the back. There we go. These are double-sided papers. And so on the back, we have a collection of just space to take notes for storage, monsters you've defeated, population, and lost settlements. Of course, being a problem, something you want to avoid. Alright, so that's the settlement tracker sheet.
Take a look at some of the inside.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
Zoom in a little bit.
Cool. So we have some really sweet art here by Kingdom Death. So this is the introduction bit. Like I said, it's very important that for people just starting the game that you don't read through the book. You just go page by page and do exactly what it tells you. So you don't need to know all the rules right off the bat or even make all the models. You just need to have the 4 starting survivors and the White Lion ready to go. And from there you can immediately start play. You only build the models or add on more rules when it says so in the timeline of play. Of course, you can customize it later, and if you're one of the people who, I believe it was a pre-order benefit, you get additional challenge rules to make your game harder if you want to go further. But from what I understand from people who've played it already, it's hard enough, thank you very much.
More
Some
beautiful art. Look at that.
Once upon a time, there was a place of carved stone faces. A man with a lantern lay sleeping a dreamless sleep. The man knew nothing. If you've seen the YouTube video for this game, Poots put together a video showcasing his game. It's all the same art and all the same text, just in page by page, full color glory.
Yep. This is story time.
It's story time with Poots and Jesus Christ. I never want to do that again. Ooh. You might be familiar with a lot of these scenes if you've seen this video. Of course, one of my favorites where he's had enough and roared into the darkness. And our 4 survivors. And a little bit of a lighthearted comic here. He does a lot of these with the starting survivors. A lot of lighthearted comics to explain the rules.
And they are assembling the survivors, by the way.
Clearly having a little bit too much fun with that glue. God damn it, Poots, please. And create a survivor. Goes through all the rules and all the great stuff you need to play this game. And as I understand it, this game's meant to be played in half an hour to an hour and a half long sessions. Each session is a full round of play, and this could go for 20 to 25 sessions, I believe. And then you complete the campaign. So it's kind of like an RPG / tabletop experience that I've never done before in my life. You know, complete with a rolling story that you all experience for the first time. And so I think that's something that we should everyone should check out. And I think that's it for the box.
This is a giant meatloaf, by the way.
Giant lion meatloaf. Look at that hat. Just look at that hat. He's got like 20 spices on his freaking waist. That's crazy. Look at this guy.
That's my survivor, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
holy well, we jumped ahead.
Trigger warning.
Oh, the cannibalism is real. Okay, well, definitely jumped too far ahead. It honestly doesn't get better. Forget it. It doesn't get better. Life isn't getting better the further you go along. So we're gonna go pack up the board, and he's lovingly created a lot of plastic dividers and holders just to keep all the cards separate. He has bits for every single AI deck, every item deck in the game is all lovingly placed. It has its own spot to go. So it's organized as soon as you pull it out of its plastic wrapping. And that is the ball in the box. Well, hey, I'm going to flip it over. I want to show the lovely folks at home what we have on the back of the box. If you can hold that in for me, thank you. So we have that lovely scene from the very beginning where all 4 starting survivors are sleeping their dreamless sleep next to their one lantern on the many porcelain faces of the Kingdom Death world. And as a reminder, this is a mature content game, and it's for players 1 to 4 players. And I think that concludes our unboxing of Kingdom Death.
And it has variant rules for up to 6 players.
Oh, look at... There we go.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Can include everyone.
All right, thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I hope you had a great time. And for those of you who are still waiting for your game, don't worry. It will get there. Just have patience, and you're going to have a great time with this. Awesome. Take care.